Hello, I am Lisa Marie Benz, and this is the Perfect Wedding Guides internet TV show called The Wedding Zone. The purpose of this show is to help you, the brides, better see what our advertisers do, sort of like a virtual tour. And by the way, brides, be sure to check out our website at perfectweddingguide.com. You can see what all of our advertisers do, and also you can click on planning tools to build your own website. And while you're there, check out pwgshows.com to pre-register for some upcoming bridal shows, because you know we do 6 a year. And one more thing is, be sure to tune into the Perfect Wedding Guides Wedding Zone radio show every Monday morning from 11:03 to 11:35. And you can listen via internet at www.news1radio.net. And you can hear all of our wonderful advertisers. Speaking of wonderful advertisers, I'm sitting here with Jan Romano of the Hilton Cocoa Beach Oceanfront. Welcome to the show, Jan.
Thank
You've been
you,
a long-time advertiser, and
Yes,
we appreciate your business here so much. I know you do a lot of weddings, don't you?
Yes, we do. We do over 100 a year.
Wow. And of course, you're right here on beautiful Cocoa Beach.
Yes.
Located at 1550 North Atlantic Avenue. And brides can call you directly at 321-613-9054. And they can also see everything we're going to talk about by going to www.hiltoncocoabeach.com. That's
Correct.
a great website.
Yes.
I hate it when they get so complicated. You know, that's just right to the point. So tell us about the venues you offer for wedding ceremonies and receptions here.
Well, we can do weddings and ceremonies from 2 people to 300 people. We have a beautiful oceanfront venue. It's called Horizons. About 50 people is the max in there if you want to have a dance floor and a DJ and so forth. Our grand ballroom can hold up to 350. Then we've got some smaller rooms too for more intimate wedding receptions, private dinners, things like that. Most of our ceremonies do take place outside on our beautiful beach. We do some on our pool deck. We've got 5,000 square feet of pool deck space. So you can actually do a ceremony and a wedding out there on the pool deck.
You know, and that's really, I think, better on the pool deck than the actual beach, because I know so many brides that come to Florida want to do the beach wedding, but they don't realize there's sand everywhere and there's wind and it's uncontrollable. And so if you can get just as close as you can on the pool, do you think that's much better without getting sand in your shoes?
It is. Of course, it depends on the time of year, too. You certainly don't want to be out there in July and August, but then again, April, May, October, November is absolutely beautiful.
And do you have a plan B for a backup plan for outdoor weddings? Because in this weather, Florida weather, it's kind of unpredictable.
It is. Everything that we plan outside, whether it be a ceremony, a reception, always has a backup plan. We don't always know exactly at that time of the booking what the backup plan will be, but we know that we will have space available for that wedding. So they never have to worry about that. And it's something that you have to take into consideration in Florida. I mean, it can change by the minute.
Right. With the gust of wind,
yes.
Literally. Now, do you actually have another room preset just in case? So that kind of makes it hard on your staff, because they have to really prepare for 2 weddings, so to speak, just in case.
What we do is pretty much depending on the size of the wedding, we have to make a weather call probably an hour and a half before the scheduled time. This way we do have time to either break down where we are set up and reset in another room. So sometimes that's but we consult the bride, we sit down with them, we look at the radar, we go through the whole thing through the Patrick Air Force Base so that we can get a really, really educated guess as to when the rain might hit. And of course, if there's any chance of lightning, there's just no way we go outside. We have to think of the safety of the guests too.
Right, right. So tell us what kind of packages you have, and are you flexible with certain packages? And let the brides know what you got, because I know they like everything, and that because it makes it easier for them.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and we found that it makes it easier for the bride too. We've made all our package pricing inclusive of taxes and gratuities, so that there's no figuring at the end. Well, I've got to add 21%. I've got to add 6%. It's all inclusive. So I have 3 different tiered packages, from the least expensive to the most expensive. The difference is one package has more components, like the chair covers are included, a 2-night stay instead of a 1-night stay, maybe, things like that. The menu, the food is, goes up a couple of notches each tier as well. Are you committed to taking one of our packages? Absolutely not. We have many other dinner menus, luncheon menus. Brides can call me and say, this is the menu I want. All I do is take it to my chef, and he tells me what it costs, and then we call it Sally's wedding package. You know what I'm saying? So everything can be customized. We are not limited in any way.
So you can kind of customize
Everything.
Customize a wedding
Sure.
for any bride.
Sure.
That's good for brides to know. Because some places don't, especially Hilton's.
Well, let me tell you, in this economy, you have to be flexible.
You do.
And you know, budget is important.
And now you mentioned chair covers, and I know brides love that. And I love it too, because it really does add a nice touch. Do you offer chair covers and linens and centerpieces?
Yes, yes. So we have any color linen, tablecloth, or napkin that the bride may want. The chair covers that we include, though, are white on white. So if they did want a different color sash or a different color chair cover, yes, that would be an additional cost. But as far as the tablecloths and the napkins, any color at no additional cost is included. We also include a mirrored centerpiece. It can be either a very formal candle lamp or a smaller crystal cube lamp that we use outside many times. And then we have seashells and different things that we can decorate with, or the bride can bring everything in herself and we assist her with that.
But brides, why do it yourself when you can use theirs? That's what I say, because it really is time consuming to do your own centerpieces.
Yes.
I remember seeing brides come in and spend hours upon hours setting it all up on each table setting. So, and what about an on-site officiant? Do you have one?
I
You
am the site officiant, yours truly.
Wow.
We also have a male officiant, and you know, there are some gentlemen out there that still do prefer to have a male. So we do have a male on staff as well, but I just love doing the ceremonies, and I do as many as I can.
Wow. And then, so in that case, if a bride brings you the vows, you just go ahead and read what they wrote, or do you have your own standard?
I have about 6 or 7 standard that I use, that I email to the brides, and they are certainly free to change those in any way, combine them maybe, write their own, whatever. As long as I've got a nice clean copy about a week before, we're good with it. Yeah.
Now, so if any bride and groom are watching this right now and they're in the Cocoa Beach area, and if case they want to elope, can they swing in here and you can marry them?
Swing in here right now. The beach is beautiful. It's a gorgeous day here in Cocoa Beach. You must have a Florida marriage license. Then I would notarize and file that license for you and send it to the clerk of courts. And then we give you a very nice framed gift certificate, marriage license, you know, in a pretty frame. It just looks very nice. It's not the official one, but it's a nice keepsake.
And you probably prefer appointments, right?
We do.
But just in case.
But I am here most of my life. I am here every Saturday, unless, you know, something unforeseen happens. But I'm here most Saturdays, because that's when, you know, a lot of people are off, and that's when they need to come in. But of course, I'll stay on a Sunday or an evening, anytime. Yeah, anytime.
And then do you also offer assistance or coordination of the wedding ceremony?
Yes, there is. We don't call ourselves, you know, wedding planners. We are here to assist the bride. She's never left alone from the time she comes down the elevator from her room. We meet out here outside my office. We line everyone up. We're with the bride constantly. Then during the ceremony, we're out there with the guests so that we can guide the guests back in to the reception, at which point the group is turned over to what we call our banquet captain, or the person in charge, and they take over the reception.
Okay, and another neat thing too about having a wedding here at your beautiful Hilton is you offer everything. I mean, all the guests have rooms, and of course the bride and groom have a special room.
Yes.
Right? Now, does that special room include a jacuzzi by chance?
Sorry.
No
jacuzzi.
Do you have a jacuzzi out by the pool or anything?
We don't anymore. You know, we used to, and we replaced it with an exercise room. So
okay.
I guess that's what you should be doing instead of playing in a hot tub. You should be on the treadmill.
Right.
But no, I mean, but our beautiful deck, our beautiful beach, you know, we encourage people just to be outside as much as they can, and we will do group rates for your guests. Most packages include a complimentary night stay. If you book on a Sunday, 2-night complimentary stay. Many times we include breakfast in bed in certain packages, which is nice the next morning after the wedding.
Yeah, wow. And what other bridal-related events do you offer?
Well, the perfect venue for the rehearsal dinner is the oceanfront pool deck. Okay, you do that, whether it be Friday, Saturday night, maybe, you know, for the wedding you're indoors. Then what's very nice too, which a lot of brides do, is the following morning have a family brunch where the bride and groom open their gifts. That is perfect in that oceanfront room. It's all glass windows overlooking the ocean. It's a beautiful room for that.
And of course you can also do like bachelorette parties here.
Oh, sure.
Couldn't you?
Yeah.
And that could liven up the whole place.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And then we provide transportation for them to go down to the port. You know, we don't want anyone to drive. And come back and just have a good time. Yes.
Great. And once again, how can brides contact you?
Please, my direct line is 321-613-9054. I encourage you to visit the website at www.hiltoncocoabeach.com. I have beautiful photographs on there, all our menus. There's also hotel information obviously included on the website. But please call me, email me. I'd love to see you.
Yeah, thank you, Jan. And we love doing bridal shows here. We need to do another one
I know,
soon.
I know. And I love your bridal shows.
Yeah, and speaking of which, brides, be sure to go to pwgshows.com, pre-register for any upcoming shows, and that way you can save a few bucks. Be sure to tune into the Wedding Zone radio show this Monday, 11:03 to 11:35 too. And remember to use all of our planning tools. You can build your own wedding website there. But most importantly, have a good time planning. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.